Everybody, we got 11 people on already, Jeff.
It's because it's my welcome back party. I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Did you notice last week what happened? Did you go back and watch it?
No.
Oh my God. We had probably 50 people tell you happy birthday last week because I put your fancy picture up on the screen. I was hoping you'd go back and watch it. You didn't say anything about it all week. And that's why
I apologize. You know why I didn't go back and watch it? Because I know that you and Craig did such a great job that I didn't have to doubt for a second that you guys killed it.
Yeah.
But now I'll go back and watch.
Really good job filling in for you, and I was really proud of how well he did. I mean, he's not Jeff Craig, but he did pretty well.
Not many are.
Right.
Yeah. No, thanks. It was a really, really horrible birthday.
I bet you it was the worst birthday you've ever had, huh?
It was the worst birthday I've ever had. I was fine. Like Monday afternoon, I'm like, I might not feel great. And then by Tuesday, when I woke up, I went dark for like 36 hours.
Yeah.
I slept 16. I was either on the toilet or in bed for like 36 straight hours. It was miserable.
My wife tells me your volume is a tad low, so I'm going to try to adjust my microphone here, and hopefully I'm a little
Sharon
louder.
Looking out for us.
Yes,
thank you, Sharon.
She's making sure we put out quality content all the time.
This will be the first time ever that somebody said Mark Klim is not loud enough.
Yeah. Jeff, I want to start with a thank you today because we had Rose and Joe come in town, and they brought us some cookies, and so let's see if we can put their picture up. So they came in the office finally after being on the live stream so many nights. And brought us some cookies, and then went out with Robin. And they've been out with Robin the last 2 days. I think they've been having fun with Robin. They probably like Robin than we do now.
One cookie they got me, that special cookie for my birthday.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah.
And then after that cookie, I pirated the cookies. I'll be honest. I took.
Well, we got Abby one.
I sent one cookie home to Abigail, and I took the rest of them cookies home. Baby, they were good.
Yeah, there she is. She says, we hear Robin didn't get a cookie.
Okay, now wait a second, because I feel like I'm getting caught out on this. There is like no scenario where Robin would have eaten that cookie. She's all healthy, and I'm telling you, Robin, you're on. Did you want a cookie, Robin? You answer that question honestly.
She never eats sweets.
Never.
So we knew to let the girls have them.
Yeah. But trust me, all my ladies, when I come rolling in with crumble cookies, I was the hero. It was good to see them. Sounds like they had a good time in town this week. We had a lot of people in town this week.
Yeah. We got, I think every day we have somebody, and then we have a Zoom call almost every day.
Yeah.
So in case you guys don't know, we love to do Zoom calls and answer questions one-on-one, and give you answers to anything that we know, of course, and let you pick our brains on those Zoom calls. And at the end of this video, we'll throw up a QR code, and you can scan that and book a Zoom call with us. Or you can go to this website right here, charlestonarealiving.com/schedule meeting. If you want a Zoom call, that's there. Or you can do an in-office one. There's a little questionnaire you fill out, and then we'll either, get you on the Zoom call or meet you in the office and try to give you all of our knowledge and take you out and see some places if you want to, and kind of go from there. But we started these lives on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn a while back, and we do them just so you guys can answer questions. And I feel like we already got a question from Mike. So I'm going to put that question up here real quick. Mike says, I've been watching your videos about new developments, Horizons at Carnes, Crossroads, and Del Webb Long Point. What is your best guess on pricing at both compared to pricing at Horizons Summers Corner?
It's funny you bring that up, Mike, because I was just having this conversation in our office with some people that were in town this week, and Mike Royal on the team, as they were asking about Carnes Horizons, and because they really liked the Collins out at Horizons, and they were excited to hear the Collins was going to be one of the homes built in Carnes. And so they asked me today what I thought it would be. We've had no indication, but I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say that the difference between Horizons and Carnes is going to be in the ballpark of $50,000 difference for the same house in the two different neighborhoods. And part of it is that Carnes have to be hardy plank siding, and Summers Corner is vinyl. So that right there is, depending on the side of the house, $15,000, $18,000, $25,000 difference between those two. And then I think there'll be another 25 on top of it.
Yeah.
As far as Del Webb, Mark, we don't know. We think it's going to be, it might be $150,000, $200,000. We don't know.
Yeah. I would say, I bet you it's going to be at least 100,000 more than the Del Webb and Nexton is my best guess. And that's probably on the low side, like you're saying.
I think so.
For sure. Yeah.
But
Robin said, I would not have eaten the cookie. I count calories.
Thank you. See, now I feel like I'm not in trouble with Rose anymore.
Robin and Karen around.
Hey, Mark, just let Mike know we should have answers on both of those here coming up this year. Yeah.
So the Horizon's sooner than the Del Webb, I would say, because it looks like the models are going up.
Yeah.
Horizons. I'll pull that up in a second.
Yeah.
So we'll pull up you had a little drive through. Was it on the golf cart or did you do it in the car?
No, I was in my car.
Okay.
Hello, Karen and Robert from New Jersey.
Yeah, Karen and Robert from New Jersey. They were in this week. So thank you guys. And then we got Heidi and Wes. They were in today.
Actually, that's who I was talking to. And no, she's not related to Justin Bieber.
No relation. Is that what you said?
We just had that conversation.
Yeah, so let me I'll pull up the video since we're talking about the Horizons in Carnes. Let me pull up that video. I think it's this one. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Let me get rid of that banner. So this was your drive through.
Yeah, this was like 2 days ago. I was just coming back into the neighborhood, and so I figured I'll do a drive through real quick. So, but look at all the trees, the shrubbery, the fences that are up. Like, this is going to be a really pretty neighborhood from the very beginning. As soon as they open,
how did houses get back there?
Yeah.
I didn't see the houses back there.
I do another. So I did, I think 3 videos, Mark, and one of them I drove over and showed you some of the houses that are going up already.
Yeah.
Might not be on this video.
Yeah, I only downloaded the one because this looked like it was the longest.
Okay. So right there ahead of us, that's where we think the amenity center is going to go, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then to the right is the models, right?
The models. Now, I couldn't figure out what models were what, because there's 5 there.
Oh, okay. So let's see. That's the sales center, so that's probably, let's see, I can't really tell either. I bet you the green one is the Collins. So this is probably the Osprey. And,
Osprey, okay.
And it probably has the base stuff in it. Like no, because they said they were going to start doing gourmet kitchen in both of these, didn't they?
Well, in Summer's Corner, yes.
Corner. Yeah,
but we don't know about Carnes.
Right.
You know what? Yeah. I think I might know what the fifth house is.
These all look like mid-size. Oh, no, the last two look like cottage.
I wonder if one of those is that new shared drive-in 4 units in a road kind of a deal.
Well, I thought those were going over there where those piles of dirt are.
Well, they are, but I wonder if they're doing one of those models, and that's why there's 5 models. They're doing 2 of the smaller, 2 of the medium, and then 1 of that new thing that we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah. This sign just says model coming soon. It doesn't say which one it is, so.
Yeah.
But cool.
But they're swinging hammers on probably 10 houses over on the backside of that neighborhood. Remember when we drove through that one cul-de-sac that I said, oh, this is going to be some of the best lots? They're building that cul-de-sac out first.
Nice. So they're going to have some specs pretty soon then. I mean, they'll be rolling with specs really soon, I think.
Yep.
So cool. So cool. All right, we got a couple comments here. Let me pop back over there. Thomas says, any new floor plans for 4 Seasons in the new section? So I got a picture from Kaminsky on Facebook yesterday, and they have the 2 of the models framed out back there. So we're going to have to go back there soon, Jeff, and do it. But they have not released them yet because Adam should be releasing them to us before anybody else, I would hope.
Yeah.
But as soon as we hear, Thomas, we'll let you know for sure.
And we should have lots available coming back there pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike says, thanks for your reply about the 2. If you're welcome, Mike. No problem. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Mark. This is. Oh, sorry, God.
That's right. Go back to Mike for 1 second.
Yeah.
Because that was an interesting story. You know, they kind of came to town and said, you know, hey, we think, and they're doing exactly what we asked people to do. They're still a year and a half away or so, but they wanted to come to town. They said, you know, we're pretty sure we want X. And they were talking about one specific neighborhood. And we met with them and said, listen, that makes all the sense in the world. But if you like that, and based on everything that you're telling me, this is important to you, that's important. I've got 2 other options that we want you to see. And I was talking to them when they got back. They really like those other 2 options, Mark.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we had in some ways we muddied the waters a little bit, because now they're going home saying, you know, they came here thinking they knew what they wanted. Now we're sending them home with options.
That was with the Heidi and West, you mean?
Yeah.
Did you see that? I just tried to put their names together.
Did you try to merge it?
Yeah, I just tried to merge it. It's right. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Mark. This is JK, John's client. How are you?
Hey, JK. How you doing, buddy? They were in town. Let's see. I guess it would have been a week ago Saturday. They came. JK was not messing around. He's like, they came into town. And by the way, JK, I heard that your kiddo is phenomenal. John was like, this kid was amazing. The kid, like, they went and had a lunch and like took a nap, and the baby was always happy and like never slowed us down. Yeah, they said the kid was great.
Wow.
But they came to town and from up and around Columbia, and man, they weren't messing around. They went in, found their neighborhood, found their house, and made it happen. Good job.
Abby and Macy are on. Abby's my daughter, so she's your fave. So she does have a little special place in my heart, and Macy too.
Yeah, Macy, we're not forgetting about you.
Heidi says could be. I don't remember what that was. in response to? We went too fast. Sorry.
Oh, I remember. I said, "Is Jeff your favorite over Mark?" And that's her response. It could be. That must be it.
That's probably it. Yeah.
I
Robin says, "Nice." Robin and Chris, how are you guys?
Hey guys.
So they bought over in Crestwind last year. No, this year. No, last year. I forget. And Craig helped them out over there, and I got to be part of that as well because Craig was busy one day. But how many houses will there be at completion in 4 seasons? So 4 seasons is supposed to have just over 800, or is it 1,000?
Mark, I thought it was closer to 1,200.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll have to get that new number with the phases 9 and 10.
Yeah, it's just over. It's over $1,000, but not by much.
Yeah, you're right. It is over $1,000 because Crestwind is just right about 800, and that was going to be the lowest one. So 4 seasons, should be about 1,000.
Yep.
Robin said, "Congratulations, Abby." Abby got to be accepted in the Berkeley Middle College School for high school. So her last 2 years of high school are going to be at Berkeley Middle College. So she'll be taking both high school classes and college classes the last 2 years of her high school. So big accomplishment for Abby. Good job.
Hey, I'll have Abby know I spent a lot of time my junior and senior year at college also, but I was drinking at frat parties. So that's a vastly different story.
Yeah, and if she does that, there's going to be big issues with both of us because you'll have my back on that.
I will absolutely have your back.
Yeah. Robin says, "We're great. Awesome. I hope you're loving your house over there." Tony says, "Great talking with you guys this afternoon. Look forward to meeting you both." Yes.
Anthony.
Yes. Tony, Anthony.
You know, Anthony, some of the conversations we had with you today are driving where we're going in our conversation this evening.
Yeah.
Because Anthony asked me today, and Anthony gets this. I could tell from the phone call that, when Mark and I say, like, listen, we're always going to give you the good, always give you the bad, I promise.
Yeah.
And so Anthony just said, "Hey, listen, is it a good time to buy in Summerville?" And that led into like a whole conversation on why it is a really good time to buy in Summerville right now because of inventory. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But we found we talked to people from New York today. We talked in the last couple of days. We've talked to Indiana, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey.
Yeah.
And all of those areas, like, they're doing really well when they sell their houses up there. And they're doing really well when they buy houses here. So it is a great time to buy here.
You remember that one client from, I think it was New York, and they were paying $30,000 a year in taxes. $30,000. So that's like a $25,000 savings right there. And that's on the high side.
That's like taxes and mortgage here.
Yeah. That's insane. Let's see. Robin said, "Hush, Jeff." I don't know what you.
I don't know, but I just listen to what Robin tells me to do because she scares me.
Robin really runs the teams. It's all about her.
In some ways, yeah.
Rose says, "Congratulations, Abby." Thank you, Rose. Ian Gerard says, "Hey y'all, Dan. Hope you guys are doing good." I think they're out in Arizona now. We went to church together for a little while. But so you want to jump right into why it's a good time to buy in Summerville, or do you want to do that after the stats?
No, I want to go to stats because I'm feeling good tonight.
You feeling good?
I am feeling good tonight.
All right.
I've got my number already made. I don't even need to hear the stats that you're going to give. Got my number.
Rose gave us her number earlier today. Rose's number was 44.
No, that's my number.
Rose said that first, so you're just following Rose.
But I got it up on screen before you said that Rose said it, so that's 44 is mine.
Nobody heard you say that.
I'm just following Rose's lead now at this point.
All right. So last week market overview, we were down a bit in transactions, And I really think it's because Easter Sunday,
yeah, I mean,
kind of hit. So we only had a total of 288 under contract in the whole area, which is down 58. Of those 288, 215 were single family. So that was down 48. Condos were only down 1, and they went back up as high as 3.6 million. I got to look up and see where that 3.6 million condo townhome was.
I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that area downtown that we were trying to do video on, Jeff, and we got the no from them on that. So
we called these people and said, hey, we'd like to come do a video of your whatever, and they're like, no, thank you. Do you not know who this is? This is Mark Klim.
Right?
That's all I should have to say. Mark Klim wants to come do video, and you said no? How dare you?
I was so sad. Like, that was the first big no we've had. Everybody else was like, yeah, come market our properties. We would love you to do that for free.
Seriously, we even get calls sometimes from other realtors saying, please come show my house. Please come show my neighborhood.
Let's see what else. Median was 505 all in, and then 258 square feet. So that went down slightly, but pretty much the same as the week before. There were 26 condos from 300 to 500. Good news on the mortgage front. It came down a little bit, 0.17 and 0.29 on VA. So that's good. We want to see more of that. Hopefully, all of the changes in Washington, D.C. starts driving that down a little bit more. And then, of course, our big question every week, just for fun, is how many single-family homes that went under contract last week were over $1 million. So that 215 number, of that 215 number, how many were over 1 million? So Rose said 44. What do you say, Jeff? You got to pull it out. It's not focused. Jeff says what? Jeff said that, not Rose.
All
right.
I'll go 43. I'm staying close to Rose. Yeah, okay. 43.
And then let's see who else. Robin says 38. Abigail says 34. Robert says 32. Mike says 35. See, I get their strategy. They're going a little bit lower because we had less under contract.
Yeah, it's not a.
So you think it's pretty close? Oh, I went too far.
Hey, the cookies are back.
Macy says 36. So 34, 36. Anybody else? All right, I think that's it. So the real number was 44. Rose is on it.
Shut the heck up.
What does she have? 6 weeks now? I think she won 6 weeks.
I almost said a bad word there.
We're gonna have to buy her cookies for winning 6 weeks in a row.
I'm so annoyed that I changed my guess away from Rose just because I didn't want to have the same one as Rose. I'm actually upset right now.
Good job, Rose. Good job. She says OMG.
Rose, listen, can you tell us what lottery number is going to win tomorrow? Please?
Yeah, right. Robin put up the roses. Jackie said 42. Jackie was pretty close too.
Yeah,
what's going on, close. Jackie? Hope you're doing well. We got a lot of regulars on tonight. I got to go back up because I missed a couple things here. Oh, Dan said he said he was back in Summerville now, so that's good to know. Robin says we love Crestwind. Hard to believe we've been here 9 months already. Wow, that just seems like 3 months ago. Crestwind new builds are almost complete. Quite a few great deals on resales, and she thinks 650 homes. That's probably about right. My mother-in-law
say that about the great deals on resales because you're right.
And we're going to get into that a little bit, Jeff. But didn't you say there was 21 in there?
There was 22 active sales when I was in there last week. 18 of them were resales. 4 of them were spec homes that were pretty much complete, ready to go.
Robin said Rose is the GOAT. Yes, she is the GOAT for sure. Jackie said I was close. Yes, you were very close. Awesome. All right, we got some good comments tonight. I love it. Thank you guys. Keep it coming. Keep the questions coming for sure. We love it. Love it. Oh, I got to tell you about this, Jeff.
Oh, what is this? Hold on. Now I'm interested.
So there's remember Eva's restaurant in downtown Summerville?
In Summerville, yeah.
Is it Eva's or Eve's? I forget. So they changed ownership, or they closed that, and it's now called Nonna's, Nonnas, and it's like an Italian deli and restaurant.
Oh,
so
yes,
they've got appetizers, specialty breads. They've got lots of catering stuff, as you can see here in the middle section here. There's sandwiches. They sell meats, I think. Burgers, cheesesteaks. They got fries, chicken parmesan. So I originally thought this was some sort of affiliation to the bakery that went in there recently.
Tolucci's.
But it's not. It's totally separate.
Not affiliate. Tolucci's. They got a brand new. I saw. I still haven't been in there yet. I've had their stuff, but I haven't been in yet. We're gonna go in and say hi. They got a new, like, a fancy schmancy espresso coffee cappuccino making thing.
You love that stuff.
I do. And by the way, if you say espresso, I don't want to be your friend. So
why? What is it? Espresso?
Oh God.
What is it?
It's espresso. There's no X in it.
I said espresso.
I know, and I'm saying if you say espresso, that drives me insane. Like when you put R's in words that shouldn't be there, Boston.
Well, hey, that's where I grew up. I have no car. I'm sorry.
You can't control it.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
I've been control. I haven't said yins in a long time, so I'm trying to do my best to southernize a little bit.
Southernize a little bit. Robin said, "I wonder why there's so many resales." It's a bunch of different things, right? I mean, people are always moving. Unfortunately, sometimes people pass away, right? Grandkids move, and the grandparents follow them.
Yep.
I mean, those are the big reasons, I feel like.
Yeah, and hey, listen, at the end of the day, if you're in a 55 plus, you're going to have a few more croak than you do if you have one that's, a non-55 plus neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a couple more ambulances in a neighborhood than you would in a regular neighborhood.
You're awful.
I'm just being truthful.
Jackie says, espresso. It's like you can't say axed.
Yes, thank you. No axed.
Yeah.
I say
Jackie
axed. There
to
be a tree
together. She wants to go to that Nanos together.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. I was just talking about how people die. And then she says, I hope we all go together. I'm like, oh, we're not having like a compound thing here.
No. We got a new video coming out in a couple weeks. It won't be ready because we just sent it over to the editor. But we were at something new up in Monk's Corner recently. And I thought I would just share the drone part of that on this live. If you're okay with that, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see it because you were flying the drone because, as we know, we don't let Jeff touch the drone. And so I didn't really get to see how cool it looked from up in the sky.
Yeah. So
we were there at the gate where we weren't allowed past.
Yeah. So we flew into the gate under the power lines.
I was just going to say you did a really good job there.
And so this is supposed to be, they're calling it the mega boat ramp or something like that. Mega, what was it? I forget what it's called. But I think this is supposed to try to draw in.
About this today?
Well, we were telling him about the neighborhood that we went, the Lakeview at Kitfield. So
okay, yeah.
Here's a good shot of it. But I think this is to draw in all the bass tournaments and things like that, so you can see how big this lake is. I mean, I don't know how many acres it is or how many miles or whatever. But yeah, this is Monk's Corner, Jackie. Jackie had asked, is this Monk's Corner? So this is out at Lake Moultrie, right in Monk's Corner. Behind, if you go down behind the the courthouse there and all. But you can see how much parking is there. And I think, how many ramps is it supposed to have, Jeff? Like 6?
So it's going to have 6 ramps. It's got 160 car parking spots and 160 for cars and trucks with trailers. And that is that's been a problem on some of the boat launches. Is there's often fights for parking, and so this is going to be a huge deal to have this big of a boat launch up there. And they had swings on the map, like swings all around. Just go sit by the swing, and even if you're not going there to go boating, just go to the park and sit on a swing and stare at the lake.
Oh, Jeff, you would love to just sit there and watch people back their boats in, wouldn't you?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. You want to go? There's a guy that has a YouTube channel down in Miami that just records people trying to trailer their boats. It's hysterical.
Robin says Jeff doesn't touch anything electronic or expensive.
There's truth in this, yes.
Dan says, are there any nice developments on the lake yet? So the one that's close to this, what was it, 3 minutes, Jeff? 3 minutes from here?
The one that we were at?
Yeah.
Lakeview was 3 minutes away, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 3 minutes
but
from
on the lake?
It's not on the lake, but there's lake houses throughout, like up in Cross. Talisha, if Talisha were on, she would know. She lives up that area and has a good handle on all those developments. So that's the end of it. Okay. So yeah, I don't think there are any big developments though, Dan, like you're thinking. I can't think of one.
Nice. Yeah, no, I can't either.
But I mean, we got some stuff in the works in the future, but it won't be like big developments or anything like that.
Yeah.
Mike says I hear a lot. I don't remember what that was for.
Oh, I see a lot.
Let me know. So let's get into. We were talking about all the 55 plus resales available.
Yeah.
So I'll pull up 141 properties, and that's only in 4 of the 55 plus communities. And right, I don't know. What do you think? 10% of this?
Crestwind, you did both Del Webbs and 4 Seasons in this, right?
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I would say maybe 10% of this is new construction. So at least 130 or so that are pre-owned. So lots of opportunities in the 55 plus for sure. One of them, Jeff, you went and saw, and we're actually going to have a video on this house too, right?
Oh yeah, that one of Chelsea McKenna at our office. She has this listing, and I was talking to her about it. I said, "Oh, that sounds pretty nice. Can I go out and do a video on it?" So I went out. But what's cool about this is a brand new home that's not new. So it's a resale, but it's new because nobody ever lived in it. I guess the people changed their mind and didn't move to the area, so they closed on it and then just immediately listed it for sale. But this has it's close to 2,500 square feet, and it's got the second floor on it, which was really big. And so, we don't see a ton of these with the second floor. So having the second floor, if that's something you're looking for, brand spanking new. And they put lots of nice stuff in this. They put the gourmet kitchen, and it was pretty house.
This is the fur model, I think.
It is the fur. It's the fur with the upstairs added.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And the back porch was real big.
Oops. Passed right by. I wonder why they have the lattice thing down here with the screen.
I don't know, but I like the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks cool. Very nice.
Keeps the dog from running through the screen.
Yeah, that's true. Mike said about the need for road infrastructure. Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm a lot more pleased than I was 5 years ago. Like, there's been a lot done recently, and a lot more. Big news today is the Berlin G bypass open today,
Mm-hmm.
like just today. So like Horizons to get out to look at you. I mean, I say it, and all of a sudden, boom! There's a story about it.
Magic. It just happened.
It's really impressive. So travel from like Horizons back into Summerville just got a whole lot faster.
So have you driven this yet? It just opened today, so I'm assuming not.
Just opened today. No, I was looking at it the other day when I came to the end of it. I was going the back way to get out to the ponds, and I saw where it hits in a big wide road. Maybe tomorrow we'll go take a ride.
Yeah, maybe we can do a little video on that because I'm a little confused as to where it will go. Am I in the right area here? So there's the Walmart. So it's right here somewhere, right? Yeah, Berlin G. All right, so go down Berlin G, and then it used to just stop right here. So the map's not updated, but it follows this trail now. And
it dumps like right over before the ponds.
On Orangeburg Road, right?
Yeah.
Or does it go all the way to Dorchester? I think it stops at Orangeburg.
It stops at Orangeburg. It doesn't go to Dorchester.
Okay. So then you could get right back to 17 by taking a right off of that and going up to Boone Hill Road and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we'll take a ride tomorrow, try to get video for next Tuesday.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So traffic in general, listen, everybody, traffic. Go to Atlanta, go to Boston, go to Chicago, go to New York, go to Butler, Pennsylvania for 10 minutes, and you'll stop complaining about the traffic in Summerville. Now, like we say, always the good, always the bad. If you live in Summerville and you work a 9 to 5 down in Charleston, then it's more of a conversation.
Yeah,
because 26 kind of stinks sometimes on rush hour getting in and then rush hour coming out.
Yeah. I want to go back to Dan's comment for a quick second. He was asking about nice developments on the lake. Of course, we have that lake system right here in Cane Bay. So Meritage is on the lake system, and then Four Seasons is on the lake system, and Waterside. It's not the big lake like Lake Moultrie. It's only 350 acres.
Yeah.
But if you want water, Dan, that might be an option for you.
If you're looking for like pontoon lifestyle, then that's not it. But if you're looking for just being on the lake and paddleboard and canoe and kayak, then Cane Bay is a potential winner.
Yeah. Robin said she went by it this morning, but it wasn't open yet. I did see a video of somebody on it, so they must have opened it after you went by, Robin.
They were just waiting for you to leave, Robin. They didn't want you to breaking it the first day it opened.
But yeah, 141 properties in the 55 plus. We're kind of seeing some of the deals that you can kind of work out, especially with the communities that have new construction, because they got to battle against that new construction a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and we've had this conversation recently as to why it is a good time to potentially buy, especially when you're coming from the Northeast or, where people have been doing pretty well with the sales of their homes. It all started, we started noticing a shift last year, end of summer-ish, right, Mark?
You're right.
On where we were starting to see inventory build up a little bit. This all started 2 years ago when the mortgage rates went from 4 to 7. And so that slowed everything down. But what it didn't slow down is all of the new construction, because all the new construction had already purchased all the land. They had already done all the permitting, already spent all the money on land prep. And so they just kept trucking along like nothing changed. So if Saucy Burbank in Nexton was going to build 4 homes a month, then they kept doing 4 homes a month. If Lennar was going to keep building 30 homes a month in the neighborhood, they kept building 30 homes a month. They didn't really slow down. And so that created this extra inventory, and the new construction and the spec homes are always in competition with each other. That's where the value is, at least in this current market. The value isn't in the build from the ground up. It's still affordable in many places. and it can still be done in a lot of neighborhoods, but the true value is in the resale and the specs. So with those two competing, we've seen the prices kind of stay a little flat on those. And the end result is that back in COVID times, there was one point where we had under 1,000 homes on the market.
Yep. We were down
so
like
the
800.
Market is basically Charleston, Berkeley, and Dorchester. We were under $1,000, right, Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 788 or 800.
And today is probably, yeah. And we're probably at close to, 4,000 now?
I think we're 4,800. Pulling it up now. Stand by.
4,834 today.
Okay.
I got it.
You're quick.
4,834 today. I was looking up because I want to talk about it. So that's why it's a good time to buy. Yeah. Inventory sitting a minute longer.
Yep. Especially in the bigger neighborhoods like Nexton in Cane Bay, and even Carnes a little bit with the pre-owned, right?
There's so few that go on the market. There's Carnes is weird because the resale sometimes there's pricing for Lennar, and then there's pricing for everything that isn't Lennar, because the first half of the neighborhood was non-Lennar, and now the rest are Lennar. So there is some of that going on. I mean, hey, one of our biggest wins of the year was $100,000, right?
Yeah,
off one of the houses in Carnes. So we had somebody came in and bought a spec home $100,000 less than when it was originally listed.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Robin, I feel like I'm missing some of the comments coming through or something. And like Rose, I will run you over in my truck. I'm not sure where that came from.
I don't know.
Maybe I missed some comments. I'm sorry.
You might need to talk to somebody.
Bob says, looking forward to our Zoom call on Thursday. We've got lots of questions. Awesome. Bring them on.
Oh, good.
And if you want to drop any here in the comments, feel free to do that too, because we are live right now until like around 8 or so. So we can try to answer one or two. But yeah, we're looking forward to the Zoom call as well.
Yep.
Diane says, hey, y'all. Hey, Diane and Ron. It's been a while.
Hello.
We're still in the game, just to let you know. We had a huge setback with Ron's accident, but we're still planning on moving. Don't give up. We won't give up on you. We're here whenever you're ready.
Sorry to hear that about Ron's accident, but listen, Diane, trust me, I know it's not you. I blame Ron. 100%. It's his fault, not yours.
All right, cool. That's all the comments so far. The other place we went to do video, which will be out in a couple weeks, is at Timothy Lakes, Jeff. So there's some, if you want a bigger lot, right? Aren't all the lots almost a third of an acre?
They are. So I went out there. We've got a client that is out there building, and who was it? Craig had clients in town, so Craig asked me to go out to this builder meeting, and so I went out, and it was great because I hadn't met him yet. Normally I meet everybody, but I hadn't met him yet for some reason. I was out of town the first day he came in or something, and so while I was there, I found out they had 3 homes that were there that were ranch homes. 2 of them had 3-car garages. So I said, "Oh, hold on. I'm now very interested," because we don't normally see ranch homes with 3-car garages, especially on big lots. So I went back, and actually it's probably time, Mark, just to get this out of the way now. And y'all won't know what I'm talking about until the editors get done with it and you see it in about a week or two. But I went out there unsupervised, and so I would like to pre-apologize to anything that I might have said that offends anybody, because I don't know why, I was a little riled up that day. And Mark was not there to say, no, we don't say that. And so I don't even remember what I said, but it was going, baby. I was going off. So I apologize right now if I offend anybody when you end up seeing the video for Timothy Lakes here in a couple weeks.
So is this you admitting right now that you should no longer be allowed to do video by yourself?
I don't think this is probably ever a good idea that we allow me to do video by myself.
Okay. Yeah, but I was surprised how close Timothy Lakes is from like Cane Bay. It was only 18 minutes to get there from Cane Bay. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming less than from Nexton.
Yeah, it was. It's not that far out. And it's now listen, they don't have any amenity center whatsoever. So if you like if pools, but the yards are huge, so you could really put in a nice pool if you wanted to and actually have some space. But there's lots out there that are close to an acre. So I think a third of an acre is about the starting point.
Yeah. And all the people out there, I went out there after you to get the drone video because, like you said, we don't let you play with the drone.
Right.
And it was a Saturday morning, and the people were so nice. There was 4 garage sales going on in the neighborhood. And, I just walked up to him like, listen, I'm flying this drone. I'm not flying it at you. I'm just trying to get the house next door to you. She goes, oh, don't worry. If I thought you were, looking at me, it wouldn't be in the air still. I was like, oh, okay.
It's like,
good to know. Yeah. I think it would have been down. And she goes, you're fine. You're totally fine. I was like, okay, well, thanks. I hope you do well in your yard sale. They were so nice. Everybody I saw on golf carts. I didn't realize that people drove golf carts just around that little neighborhood because you can't go out of the neighborhood because the roads are more than 35 miles per hour. But there was at least 5 golf carts just buzzing around the neighborhood having fun.
Great neighborhood. If you're looking for a bigger lot, and by the way, maybe you shouldn't go out flying drone by yourself because this is not the first time that people have approached you and said, what are you doing? Like I've on multiple occasions had to go talk somebody down and be like, no, we're not taking pictures of your wife in the pool out back.
I appreciate when you're there because, I have the controller, so I can't really look at somebody or talk to somebody in order to be safe and FAA certified and all of that stuff. So I just look up and see the person coming and I go, oh, Jeff, I need your help.
This has absolutely happened a couple times.
Yeah. And he goes over and makes friends and they come over mad. Remember that one guy over in True Homes? And he came flying up in his car and he thought we were looking at his family in the pool and all that.
No. That's just, you know what? I take that as a challenge. If somebody comes up a little riled up, I just try to make friends and I normally succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, you always do good.
The one lady it didn't go well with.
Oh, yeah.
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 She was mad.
I promise I have better things to do than look at you with my drone. Okay.
Her was grumpy.
Yeah. She was a little grumpy. That's okay though. Maybe she just had a bad day.
Maybe she needed an alcoholic beverage or a good man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord. So Talisha says, did you buy anything? At Timothy Lakes? No, I didn't buy. Is that what she's talking about?
Oh yeah, probably at the yard sale.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, we probably need to be having yard sales at our own house and sell stuff.
Yeah, there was one guy that had like 5 lawnmowers. Those electric lawnmowers. Yeah, he must have like picked them up and fixed them up or something. He had like 5 of them. I was like, whoa.
I'll tell you, we've that one model that we've sold a couple of. I forget the name of the model. Where you kind of walk in and eventually you walk straight into the fireplace and then the kitchen and the dining room off to the left, but it's got the 2 bedrooms up in the front. It's such a great model. I love that model. The last one we closed in there was that model.
Not the the Putnam model, wasn't it? The Putnam?
Putnam sounds right. And I did it looked familiar because one of the models I did in that video was one of those.
Yeah. For sure.
I think one of them had an upstairs, but nice. And honestly, and I talk about this in the video too. They have these wood pillars that they use in the fronts of the houses. It's more money, but it really looks nice.
Next week, I think it's Friday, we are going to be able to go through your amenity center, right?
Yeah. Carnes is finally going to be doing the walkthrough for the neighborhoods to open it up and show it, and then a week later we can start using it. And so I'll be getting video next Friday, and then we'll get it up on the channel. I guess I'll have some video we can talk about a little bit the following Tuesday. But really super excited. It's going to be a great. And what's cool is that Horizons Carnes, when it opens, is also, they're going to have their own stuff, but they're going to have access to this also.
So has that been confirmed? Like, I know we think that, but has that been confirmed?
I do not have confirmation on it, but I've decided that that's the way it's going to be. So we're just going to make sure it happens. Yeah.
You're just going to make it happen. Okay.
Yeah. Lennar listens to everything I tell them to do. Yeah. They'll do it.
Look at all these palm trees out there.
Dude, they had truckloads of palm trees coming into this neighborhood. Truckloads. Oh, hey, did I tell you that the alligator got taken out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had an alligator here in Carnes, and he didn't eat no babies or nothing, but he was getting a little adventurous and going to visit people at their houses. And one lady comes out and he's out in the front yard. And so old Chompers, he got taken away to an alligator farm. I don't know where they took him. All I know is they said they didn't kill him. They did relocate him.
I think I found video of it. Hold on, let me.
Seriously? Oh yeah.
Like that's right up there.
He's coming up to visit. Look how cute he is. I want to go out and tickle him.
This is like the first time we've had an alligator up against the house like that, right?
Listen, this right here should prove we always give the good, always give the bad. This is the first time, like we always say, they're fine, ignore them, they'll be fine. Even Goose Creek came out to hang out with him. He was, he didn't hurt nobody or anything. He never got aggressive with anybody, but they decided he was going to go away. So he is no longer here. I'm kind of sad because I want to see him.
He was just lost. Look, he's just trying to find his way back.
Yeah, he just made it. He made his way. They left the gate open in the person's backyard there, and off he went. Oh. He's going back to the lake right there, Lake Hewitt.
Isn't that near your house?
That is. So that's like that. Like you could be standing in my backyard where that picture was taken from just there a second ago.
So funny. Deep in the depths of Carnes Crossroads.
I love the guy that put this together. It was so great. One of the guys in our neighborhood did.
So cool. All right, what else you got? I went through all of my content for tonight, so we are open for questions.
So I made notes. Any good time to buy? Yes, we talked about the cookies and how Robin didn't get one, but I just want to say that thank you. And I'm in the middle of Con Ed right now.
Oh, you did like 6 hours today, right?
Yeah. Here's the difference between Mark and I. So, I have to have my Con Ed done by the end of June, right? June.
Yeah, 60 days from
the end of June. Yes, I have to have 16 hours in. So I got 4 hours in last year, and then I did a 3-hour class today and a 2-hour class today, but I didn't take the test yet. The first one I did on home inspections, and I'm proud to tell you, on the test, I scored 100%. Thank you very much.
Good job.
And I'm going to be taking the mortgage one tomorrow, but I've got to get these done. So Mark is also doing Con Ed like now-ish. Mark's is due June of next year, 2026. I'm more of the wait to the last minute kind of guy, and Mark is the plan ahead and get it all done kind of guy. And then Andrea is doing hers now also because I booked it for her.
Yeah.
Because she'd like to get hers done earlier, but I booked it for her. But I'm doing mine online, and Andrea is going down to Charleston Trident Realtor Association to do hers in person. If you go down and do them in person, you don't have to take a test. And she just learns better in me. I just kind of have the opinion that I already know everything. So I just do it online, and I have to take a test to prove that I am as smart as I think I am. But so far, so good, because I got 100% on my first test.
Yeah, you're 1 for 1, right? And you got your second one coming up. So you're probably going to go 2 for 2.
I would hope, because it's on mortgages, and I feel pretty strong when it comes to mortgages.
Yeah. Robin likes doing hers online too.
Oh, that's because you're probably not allowed out in public places.
She has 18 hours to do.
Wow, she has 18 hours to do?
She has a broker license.
Yeah. So she has to do even extra stuff.
Yeah. That's why she's smarter than us. She has the better license.
I guarantee I'll be done by the end of this month, because if you don't have that license renewed, then I'm not in business as of July 1st. And then Mark has to do everything, and he'll poke me in the ribs if that happens.
It'll be more than poking in the ribs. Let's just say that, okay?
You can probably stop paying me too.
Oh, too funny. All right. Well, I think we're good for tonight, unless we get some more questions in here. We'll just cut it a minute early or so. Don't forget, when we put up the QR code at the end, you can scan that QR code, book a Zoom call with us. Our website, of course, is charlestonarealiving.com. You'll see that scrolling across the bottom. You can, of course, text us. That number goes to both me and Jeff. So sometimes we double answer people, but feel free to text or call or email at info@charlestonarealiving as well.
I found out a date for something that I said I would find out.
Oh, good.
For all of our friends out in Summers Corner and Legend Oaks and Ravenel and that whole part of town, Seacoast Church, the church I go to, they did a service on Easter Sunday, and they ended up having, when they do these services, when you start out in a new church plant, they're terrified nobody's going to show up. I think they had 680 people at the Easter service. So we have the date for when the services start on a regular basis. I went to a planning meeting the other night, and August 10th it's going to be. So if you're looking for a church home out in that part of town, Summers Corner area, starting August 10th, there'll be 2 services at the Sandhill Elementary School. So you can go ahead and check those out, and I'll remind you as we get closer.
Did they just not allow them to do it at the Performing Arts Center there? I would imagine that would be a better venue. Probably just too much money, right?
That, or maybe, a lot of these schools have churches use them on the weekends. Yeah. Maybe there was already one there.
In there. Okay. Gotcha.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark and I were out at that school with Sandhill Elementary that's a funny story. Remember the little girl? We were, so one of our clients is a teacher at Sandhill Elementary. And so she said, "Hey, will you come out and do career day?" I'm like, nobody wants to talk to a realtor. First of all, I'm standing beside her dad, which is a pilot. So he's got like little model planes to hand out to the kids, and he's got the uniform on. I'm a freaking realtor. I mean, look, what do you put me up against here?
And then the police officer two tables down, he was letting kids beat up on him.
Yeah, he gave the kids like a baton, and he had the bag, and he's letting them hit him. I'm like, nobody's going to care about us. But Mark was smart. Mark brought the drone, so that they did pay attention to the drone. But I was trying to teach these kids how to measure. I thought, okay, let's try to come up with something that we could do to teach them something. And so I wanted to teach them how to measure the square footage of the room. So we blocked out a square on the floor. It was 8 foot by 10 foot. And so we taught them how to measure 8 foot by 10 foot, do the multiplication. This room is 80 square feet. And so I gave them a card that on the back of the card, it said, my room is, and then they could go home and measure that night with their kids. And so Andrea went out with us because we were outnumbered, 500 kids to 2. So Andrea went with us. And this one little girl, she's so cute. She comes up. And so Andrea hands her a card and says, here, you can go home tonight and, learn how to measure the square footage of your room. And the little girl says, do I have to? And Andrea says, no. And she's like, okay. And hands the card back. I was dying. It was so funny. She was so cute.
She was cute. Some of the kids were good.
Wrap it up.
Some of the kids were good. They really enjoyed it, I think.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to throw up the QR code, scan that code, book a Zoom call with us. We're going to do these every Tuesday night. So if you want to pop some more questions in next week or book that Zoom call, we'll see you next week. Until then, Jeff, I hope you have a great night and get some rest.
Kumbaya.